Hello friends, Ben Reid here, and one of my favorite YouTube channels right now is Shiloh and Bros. If you never heard of them, it's about this teenage girl named Shiloh and her brothers, and they bring to life video games, Mario, Sonic, Five Nights at Freddy's, and they dive deep into the lore of all these games. Not only that, but they're creating their own original story, how their mother disappeared, and they're going on adventures trying to find her. They're saving the world. Like, if I were to describe Shiloh and Bros, I guess you could say it's a little bit Scooby-Doo, a little bit Kim Possible, and a little bit Power Rangers. And those are all great things. Those are all shows that I grew up watching. And you can see just by watching any video the elements of all those three shows, and they are honestly better than anything on streaming right now. I don't care about the next Netflix show. I care about the next video, Shiloh and Bros. And I have gone on such a binge watch craze that I think I can provide evidence of not one, but 4 theories. That's right, I'm the next Matt Pat.
Just a theory.
This is all just for fun. Okay, so even if they're like, you know what, that's cool, but it's not canon, it's okay. I'm just doing this out of pure joy of their channel. I'm a fan, and I thought this would be an interesting video to do. But anyway, let's get to my first theory. The original leader of the team. Now, every video of Shiloh and Bros focuses mainly on Shiloh. She is the title character. She is the leader of the team. However, I believe the original team leader was her older brother, Daniel. People who aren't familiar with Shiloh Bros, Shiloh is the youngest of her family of, I want to say 10 siblings. Is that right? Because so the family tree is Shiloh, Judah, Micah, Josiah, Elijah, Daniel, Mary, David, and I think there are 2 other siblings that don't participate in the channel, but they do have a niece and nephew that are cousins, so that would mean there are 2 other siblings that aren't accounted for. The theory goes, when they found their MOM agency, Mom, their mother founded this agency who travels to different dimensions and saves different people. I believe the original choice of leader was Shiloh's older brother, Daniel. While he was the, I guess, 5th born, because we have those 2 siblings that don't show up, and the other 2, David and Mary.
Whenever the sunlight hits my skin, I sparkle!
I can't believe I've been faking my whole personality for 3 years.
You weren't!
Let's just say they're not exactly leadership material, with all due respect to them. Daniel, however, he has led the team on quite a few missions.
Oh, come on! Okay, collect the pieces, build a toy, go home.
Like, he can handle himself under pressure and lead the team to victory. Which brings me to believe that Daniel was the original choice for leader, but he just didn't really want the responsibility. He can do it just fine, but he just felt like it should belong to someone else. He's kind of like number 5 from Kids Next Door. You know what I'm saying? He's fine with being second in command. He's fine with being a soldier, but he's not the leader. He'll do it if he has to, but he prefers that responsibility go to someone else. That someone else being Elijah. Elijah, he is the man with the plan. Very tactical, very smart, but when word got out that the leadership has swapped from Daniel to Elijah, enemies of the MOM knew that and put a target on Elijah's back. That's why we see characters like the King of the White Tower in the chess Raylo being a dimension, and the zombie alpha from the Apocalypse Raylo. They are targeting Elijah because he is seen as the leader of the team. And what better way to cripple the team than to capture or turn their leader against them? And Elijah knew he would be a target. He also knew that he has to put his trust in someone who could lead the team when he was unavailable. That person being none other than his little sister, Shiloh. More evidence to prove that Daniel was the original leader. In one video, in the Fortnite Lego video, Shiloh asks Daniel at the very end if he can go on a solo mission to look for their mother. Who better way to look for their missing mentor than the original team leader? And another video where monsters play Among Us and Elijah is seen rendezvousing with Daniel. Why would he do that on his own? Because that's not just his older brother, that was his mentor. And that would mean so much more to him if he just went alone, while the others carry out their separate mission. Okay, so we proved that Daniel was the original leader and that Elijah took over and he asked Shiloh to become his successor. But what does it take to become a leader? That takes us to theory 2. There needs to be a test to become leader. For Elijah, it was the battle royale. That's why we focus more on him than Shiloh. This is his leadership test. And why Daniel isn't participating. He didn't want to get in the way of his protege.
I'm betting against him.
So if that was Elijah's leadership test, what was Shiloh's? The Five Nights at Freddy's Raylo.
Who are you? I do not have you in my profile's database. What is your name? Gregory. Your name is Gregory.
No, that's not it.
You sure? You can't have a Gregory kind of face.
Shiloh. My name is Shiloh.
Yeah, I'm still gonna call you Gregory.
She did go there on her own, maybe to prove that she has what it takes to survive. How can you expect to lead a team if you can't even lead yourself out of a difficult situation? And why some videos we see Elijah and Shiloh traveling on their own without their team.
It's locked?
It's the color combination.
Oh, it's like a puzzle! Okay, the color combination's gonna be in this room somewhere. Think about it. Red is the color of emotion, it's a passion. Blue is the color of tranquility
Elijah.
and peace. Now, Shiloh, I'm concentrating. Light as it goes through a prism. Oh, Elijah, you are smart. You are so smart. I don't even know how you come up with these. Shiloh, it's the train!
It was a test to see if they can be co-leaders, or if one would be better than the other. And I like to believe that Elijah knew that Shiloh was the superior leader, and that's why he feels more comfortable as her second in command. He can lead a mission all he wants, but he has full trust in his sister Shiloh. That's why we see a lot of missions with her leading a team without Elijah. If she can lead a team on her own, that leaves him room to go on other missions, following in Daniel's footsteps to find evidence on their mother's whereabouts. Okay, so Elijah was Daniel's protege and Shiloh was Elijah's. Well, does Shiloh have a protege? Does she have a successor? As a matter of fact, she does. That takes us to theory 3. That takes us to theory 3. Say that 5 times fast. Theory 3. Okay. I believe Shiloh's protege is actually her other brothers, Micah and Judah. In the video Among Us Island, Micah and Judah want to be more like Shiloh and Elijah to help find the imposter.
Shiloh and Elijah always seem to figure out who the imposter is. So maybe, if we act more like them, we'll figure it out right away. Yeah!
Shiloh knew that both her brothers had the potential to be team leader. The only problem is they need to have confidence in themselves, which is why she started taking them on solo missions. With Micah, she took him to the Five Nights at Freddy's Raylo, the same place where she had her leadership test.
I hate this so much!
Pull yourself together!
Thank you! I needed that!
And with Judah, it was the chess Raylo, where he became king of not one, but 2 kingdoms.
With all those pieces of yours, you only prioritize protecting yourself. You really shouldn't have let us trap you in there.
And both characters helped save the day in the Apocalypse Raylo and the Dress to Impress Raylo. And out of all these tests, the one that was the most effective was the one where Shiloh, Elijah, and Josiah got separated from their brothers.
Me and Judah know the risks we're taking. If anything ever happened to you. Because if Shiloh doesn't make it back, somebody has to keep this place running. Let's go, Judah!
Leaving Micah and Judah alone to rise to the occasion and help reunite with their siblings. Micah and Judah want to be the heroes, but is there another reason why either character wants to be a hero? Maybe they experienced something so traumatizing that want to make sure that it never happens again. That brings us to Theory 4. The Nelson family lost one of their brothers on a mission. Before I get into the theory, I should say this is very dark, and I have a hard time believing that Shiloh and Bros would even adapt a story this traumatizing, because it's a family-friendly video. They might dive deep into games that involve hurting children, but I don't think they would do something like this. I just thought it would be a very interesting story as a fan fiction. I'm very aware that they would never make this story canon. I just thought it'd be interesting to bring to your attention. Anyway, so in Shiloh and Bros, they have a niece, Jocelyn. Now, Jocelyn's parents are never seen on camera. Realistically, they probably just don't want to be involved with this channel, which is perfectly fine. But in the story that they created, let's pretend that maybe Jocelyn's father, he was also an agent of the MOM. An agent who sadly we lost in battle because of Micah. Now, Micah is very close to Jocelyn, almost like a surrogate father type. Why? Maybe because he feels responsible that Jocelyn lost her dad. He had a chance to rescue him and failed. That's why he wants to make sure Jocelyn is protected, doing the right thing, because that's what his brother, her father, would want. And in different Shiloh and Bros videos, we see this black glowing orb appearing in different Raylos, especially their headquarters.
What is that?
I don't know, but I saw it at DTI and the Western Raylo. I think it's following us.
It got past our shields? How did it do that?
Simple. That's the soul of a MOM agent. That's why the alarms didn't get triggered. They just thought it was an agent coming back from a mission. I'm editing this video late at night, and I'm having trouble finding a clip from a Shiloh video. I could have sworn at the end of one of these videos that they tease a robot getting rebooted. That's why I'm like, oh, a Nelson brother that we don't see on camera, he died in a previous mission, and he's coming back as this robot, as a possible villain, and going after Micah and Jocelyn. That was part of the theory. I just can't find that clip. Does anyone know which clip I'm referring to? Have you seen it? Because I'm starting to second guess myself. I'm starting to think, is this clip even from Shiloh and Bros? Is it from something else entirely? Or does it even exist at all? I could be remembering something that's not even real. Like, now that would really destroy the theory. But if anyone has any idea on what video it might be, like, I would really appreciate it if someone could find that for me and just link it to me, because I'm having the toughest time finding that one clip. But those were my theories. Do you have any theories about the Shiloh and Bros canon? Maybe you saw something that I didn't. If you did, please let me know in the comments down below, and I would love to talk to you about it.